Oh wow, TikTok looks extremely dark. That's insane, bro. I haven't had food in like what I do. I ate all my morning food, bro. You know what's crazy though? This double chin's annoying the hell out of me. But I'm making a change. The top two abs are actually like, bro, it's insane. I don't know what's going on. All I know is that as long as I eat right, I'll be fine. No problem. As much as I want to fast every day, I'm actually trying to resist. Not no no. I'm actually resisting to fast because apparently from my sensei, I shouldn't do that. So I'm actually resisting the temptation to fast. Like just eat no food. I have to like keep it consistent because fasting at this point is cheating because then you kind of destroy the pattern and trophology requires pattern. I'm not even streaming. What am I doing right now? Come on now, hurry up, bro. Too busy talking about myself. But look, don't worry. I've got absolute confidence because future me has easy confidence in this double chin. Was it here? So easy. Like, watch. Just watch. Probably just insecure, whatever you call it. You know what I mean? No problem. Ah, let's change it. Oh, keeping your. I already have everything ready. Just pop on a stream then. Yep. Okay. Go live on TikTok. Boom. Hello, everyone. No. Yo, the TikTok lighting sucks. Got sun today. That's good. We all like a little bit of sun, but now it's night. Well, no, it's the afternoon. It is the afternoon. Oh wait, yeah. What did I do last night? Yesterday? Wow, that's been crazy, huh? Yesterday, I withdrew. I finally took out funds, right, for the upgrades for the plan, and I already blew through. I already blew through a lot of it. I just realized how much I blew through. I withdrew like, well, a number. Okay, I withdrew a number, and I already used up. How much have I used up already? The number I took out yesterday, I already like just spent. How much did I spend? I already spent 90% of what I took out yesterday. That's insane. What did I buy again? Yeah, okay, the DJI camera that I planned on buying took 20%, and then the no, not SSDs, the storage for the cameras like 10%, and I got an extra headlight for my father. Okay, look, $1,000 for the camera, $400 for the 1 TB SD cards for the cameras, along with additional batteries. Yep, and then the headlights like $100, some change. And then what? I bought something from Temu. What did I buy from Temu? Ah, cables. Wait, no, what did I buy? I bought. Ah, yeah, I just bought cables and a dog whistle and some like license plate covers because I'm preparing for the wilderness. And the one thing I do not want when I'm outside in the in the wilderness, right, is I do not want a goddamn dog to get me. Bro, if in the place where I live, right, in the wilderness, dude, dogs, there are just like crazy dogs around. There's like German shepherds and pit bulls or whatever. So I have to like make sure I don't get jumped by that. That's the only thing I got to be careful of. You know? Okay, what else? Yeah. Oh, yeah. So when it comes to storage, right? I did a lot of research this morning. I spent like hours researching it. I bought a NAS, a NAS. So Ugreen NAS is like a cloud storage thing. Not cloud storage, but it cost me $1,000. It's like a NAS, but it'll actually allow me to recover my 16 terabyte HDD, and I also along bought a additional 12 terabyte HDD. No, HHD. Wait, no, hard. Something like that. Yeah, and then I'm gonna go make a video on it. Yep. So that cost me like $1,000, but I did a thinking, right? The amount of T9s, Samsung T9s is not going to be sustainable because considering that I got the second DJI camera, I'll be going through nearly a terabyte a day. You know how much, man? It is. I had to invest in it. You know, it is what it is. Everything's going good now. It's like I find out every time I play simulator games, I always just optimize my real life, which is pretty easy. Not gonna lie. So yeah, now I've got my diet back in control. You know, spinach, rice, nuts, meat. That's it. Get a little nice glass container. Yeah, that's pretty simple. Yep. And body fat's gonna go down again. It's easy. Look, as much as you do exercise, the actual way to lose fat is literally just to eat less. Not eat less, but you actually have to care about the food. So that's why you see a lot of bodybuilders or people that people that just go gym are not gonna make it if they're just eating shit. I can't swear. I'm sorry. Okay, I apologize, man. Just only bad. Avoid fast food. That's pretty easy. That's a no-brainer. Avoid McDonald's, KFC. I haven't had that stuff in years. Rice. No, not right. What I'm saying? All I know is that don't worry about it. Just you got to eat consistent, eat right. I'm currently trying out Truffology. So far, Truffology is pretty good. You just have to stay consistent with it. Yeah. Okay, so I'm still talking. It's like 7 minutes, but just seeing what else I can update you all on. Yeah, so license plate covers for the IRL stream. The only thing is I can only put the plate covers once again to Wilderness. Because that's the only thing. I can't do it on the road because then I'm gonna get pulled over. Hey mate, you're covering your license plate. Hey, go to jail. Shut up. You know what? The police don't even matter. If you actually look around where you drive in New Zealand, in the mornings the police aren't even like. I'm probably gonna go to like get cancelled or something. But like when you drive past a police officer during the day, look at the driver and you'll be like, oh, they're not gonna chase me. And even if they did chase me, they ain't gonna make it. It's only at nighttime you gotta be careful because that's when the men are driving the police cars. It's only at nighttime, bro. Nighttime, every single police car are like military age males and they will get you and they're competent. But then during the daytime, you know, just look in the driver's seat and you go, oh yeah, well, they're obviously not going to give a damn. They're probably on their phone. Bro, I literally go into traffic, driving around in the city. I look to the sea, I see a police car. Initially, you go, okay, got to be careful. You see the driver and you're like, oh, they're not even going to care. They're too busy on their phone. Making sure their makeup's good or something. I don't know. It's only at nighttime, bro. Nighttime, those guys are ruthless, bro. It's insane. They're all military-aged men. They are ruthless. They're meant to be controlling parties, catching, you know, criminals or whatever they do at night. Just know that at nighttime, every single police officer is a military-aged male, and they will get you. But then during the daytime, they couldn't care less. They're just there to get the paycheck. You know, be supportive, have an appearance. That's the main thing. You know, power to them. That's basically it. Is there any other topics I want to cover today before I head into gaming? I mean, this is a random stream, so there's not really any schedule today. Might just hop onto a simulator because, like I said, today is Sunday, and there is no real schedule, and I can always have to end the stream abruptly. Wait, what else was I talking about? What? Talk about? I still got like, I mean, I could always withdraw funds again, but there's nothing to really buy anymore besides those upgrades for the content creation. But that's basically it. I don't buy any of that. I don't, you know, those people that like buy what, you know, what is it called? Like things that are absolutely useless. What is it? Pokemon cards is one thing that's useless. Like that kind of category. You know that category where it's like people would buy like action figures or what is it called? Pop culture? Is that what it's called? Something like that. It's like they buy Pokemon card. They buy like things that represent a show, but there's no use to the item. It's just like this was from that show. I don't know what it's called though. I don't know what that category is called. It's just action fig. What is it? I don't even know what it's called. It's just that if you go to EV Games, right? That kind of stuff. Cosmetics? No, decorations. Decorations. That's what it's called. Yeah, I never buy decorations. Like if you look at my room, it's all every single thing in my room is pretty much like it's it's got a purpose besides being decorative. So I don't really buy decorative stuff. Yeah, like you know what I mean? That kind of stuff I avoid. I only buy practical stuff. That's basically the only practical stuff I buy. Yeah, so everything I have is technical, practical, cables, anything that has to deal with content creation. I don't buy decorations because I don't have any sentiment towards them because I am supposed to have no feelings. Supposed to have no feelings. It has to be practical. So yeah, that's why the DJI camera. So if I quickly analyze what I bought recently with the funds I withdrew, everything's practical. The DJI camera, yeah, that's practical because that's for content creation. SSDs, yep. I mean, they hold storage, so they're useful. The NAS, yep, that's also useful because that's holding storage for me as well. But the cables, yeah, I mean, yeah, they're practical. What else? That's about it. And then money, yeah. Do I want to go to jail if I talk about it? I could go to jail if I talk about it. You know why things cost money? Because it would take me years. Okay, let's do an example. These headphones, right? I bought these when I was younger, bro. These are like Sony things. I had these when I was super young. It's like how if I were to create these earbuds myself, that would take me years and years to find a tech to build it, craft it, you know? Instead, I'm just gonna pay a company that did all the hard work for me and I get the product straight up. That's why we have universities. That's why we have engineers and stuff because the people at the top, they're not gonna spend hours of their life doing that stuff. Why don't we just create a factory that creates people like that and then does it for us and then we give them money? So like I want a road to be built, right? But I don't want to I don't have the time. I have the time, but it's not my priority. Why would I spend my time and energy on learning the materials, learning the geographic area, getting the machines to build the road? Why don't I just create a facility that operates on its own that gives me people that I can give money to build that road? That's what the university is for. Is so I can save my time and energy by paying someone else to do it, which is people. Civilization. Does that make sense? I'm not sure if that makes sense. No, it does make sense, but like what I'm saying is maybe for example a doctor, right? I am not going to spend 5 to 8 years of my life learning doctors, learning health, or learning the medicine when I can just withdraw money from the Skynet and give it to another human, and then when I give that human money, they're gonna spend their 8 years of their life learning the crafts and stuff. So then it saves me 8 years of time, and all I have to do is just give him numbers on the screen, and then they do the work for me. Oh, cool, thanks. Here's uh money from the Skynet. Here you go. And then they're gonna go, oh, yo, thanks. And then they're gonna spend 8 years of their lives to do the work, and then I'll be like, oh, cool. That's what university is for. It's for people that can't withdraw money from the Skynet, and they can only rely on people like me to give them money from the Skynet, and then they do the thing. You know, it's that simple. Obviously, since this is law, not many people are gonna watch this clip or this video, so I'm not gonna go to jail. These are only for anomalies, of course. No one's on Twitch because I am not streaming on the right time frame. Everyone's probably asleep. Yeah, that's that. You know, and I I would say old me would probably be like trying to tell people to not go to uni, but the me now and today is like, yeah, go to uni. We need people like you anyways. You know what I mean? I mean, it sounds kind of crazy, but at this point in the world, it's like, is it selfish? I don't know. It's like if someone said to me now, hey, I'm learning to become an engineer, the old me, the younger me would be like, yo, why would you do that? Why don't you just go learn how to get money from Skynet? But then today is like, oh, you're going to university. How old are you? Oh, you're 20 something? Yeah, okay. Well, good luck. Yeah. Hey, that's a good career. Because it's like, maybe when I was younger, you had a chance to escape. And I told you, and you didn't listen. And now you're older. And now I'm like, okay, sure. Continue your career then. Because you might as well be useful to society at this point. You know, you could have escaped earlier. You didn't listen. And now go to uni and be useful to society. Go be useful to society. I'm useful to society. I'm doing my work. I'm doing my job. What about you? Because if you try copying me at this point, you're too old. Okay, that makes sense. You're not too old. You can make it. All right. There's no age limit. If you're a male, you got no age limit. If if you're a female, GG man, it is so over. I don't even know how you would live. I could go into that topic of like if you're a female, I don't know how you make it, bro. Like if you are like every single female in my generation, not in my generation, my year, like my age, bro, I don't know how they're doing it. It is over for them, man. It is so over. I wouldn't know how to make it. You're like 20 something years old and you're a female. Like, how do you make it? I don't know how you make it. There is no way to make it. You already passed your, you're already old, bro. Like, what? You already lost the path. You probably ruined it when you were young anyways. So it's like, I don't even know how, I could go into that topic, but it's like, bro, it is what it is, you know? Just go be a nurse or something. Hey, it is what it is. That's crazy though. Most of you guys, when you actually think about it, like high school and stuff, bro, every single girl in your year or anyone that you see when you're young, they're not gonna make it. You're gonna not see them ever again. It is what it is. I'm just talking around and I still got 30 minutes to do stuff. You know? What else is there topics? Usually if there's people talking in the chat, I would help you on the topics, so I'm kinda just brainstorming things. You know? It is what it is. What else is there to talk about before I go sent to jail? Oh yeah. And you guys have to be careful about the jail stuff. Jail stuff is pretty easy to deal with if you think about it. Because jail stuff is like, if you actually think about it properly, you will go to jail even if you followed the laws, you go to jail no matter what. It is what it is. Because Christoph, if he says you're gonna go to jail, you're going to jail. But you know, it might not even be real. Oh wait, yeah. If I ever go to jail, by the way, I'm gonna try my best to get in solitary. Like, I'm not even kidding, bro. If I ever get sent to jail, I mean, most people will be like, solitary sucks. Bro, if I go to jail, I am going to do my best to get in solitary confinement. I am not, because you are the sum of the 5 people you spend the most time with. You see how when people go to jail, right? You go into a cell with like other brokies. Like, bro, if you stay in that environment with them people, they actually did crimes. You just got sent to jail because you know, you got in trouble. If you stay with that group of other inmates, you're gonna end up adapting their mindset, and you're gonna come out worse. So you might as well just go to solitary confinement. At least you already know how to deal with solitary confinement. Because if you're in house arrest, right, like me, you're already used to solitary confinement. If I go into jail with a bunch of other inmates, I'm gonna end up adapting there because you're some of the 5 people you spend the most time with. You know? So I will try my best to get in solitary. And that's pretty easy, right? Just go scrap someone or something. Or like just scrap an officer. Or like just be a menace, you know? It should be pretty easy to go in solitary confinement, right? Like people will try to avoid it, but it should be super easy to go in solitary. Just be a menace. You know? Like try scrap a guard and then they send you to solitary. But the thing is that if they're cheeky, if the prison guards or the warden's smart, they would probably realize that I'm trying to get into solitary on purpose. And then just because I want to, if they know that I want to go in solitary confinement, they're going to do the opposite and make sure that I don't go into solitary confinement. So you got to Aikido it. You know what I mean? So perhaps you can be like, no, don't put me in solitary confinement. No, I don't want to be in solitary confinement. And then the warden's going to be like, he doesn't want to go to solitary confinement. Put him in solitary confinement. But then if I go, hey, put me in solitary confinement, he's going to be like, wait, he wants it. No. So they're going to try to do the opposite. You're going to do some Aikido. Yeah. But at the end, I still want to be in solitary confinement. That would be fine with me. Push-ups, squats. What else is there in solitary confinement? Dips, if you can. I'm not sure if you can. I don't think you can do dips if you're in. It depends on the jail cell. Yeah, depends on the jail cell. But solitary confinement's pretty easy to do. That's super easy. You get a square meal. You know. I mean, sure, you might lose your mind, right? Actually, depends on the solitary confinement. You know. It really depends. I'm sure New Zealand jail's fine. It depends though. But it can't be that hard. Just do push-up squats and like just talk to yourself. Which I'm doing right now. You know, and then obviously you're gonna record everything. So like talk to yourself on against the wall, sleep, push-ups. Would you lose your mind in solitary confinement? I don't think I would because I'm already used to it. Like, if there was no screen in front of me, I'll probably do the same thing, just talk like this. Like I'm literally in solitary confinement right now. Shouldn't be that hard. So yeah, I would probably avoid going to jail with a bunch of others. I would try go into solitary confinement. That's a no-brainer. Can't be that bad. You know what? I've always realized, you know when homeless people are like starving, right? Bro, it is so easy to escape homelessness. Like if you actually think about it, you could easily escape homelessness. Like if you're actually homeless, you could just walk into a store and eat food. If you're like starving that badly, go into a supermarket, just grab some food and eat it, and then go sent to jail. And guess what? When you get sent to jail, you get free food anyway. So it's like you can't actually get homeless and die. That's like you got to be stupid, right? There's no way homeless people can actually starve to death. Just walk into the grocery store, eat some food, get sent to jail, and now you got food forever and you got shelter. But then, oh, my freedom, and then they're gonna like starve to death on the street. Just go to jail then if it's gone that bad, right? So that's why when homeless people was like, the sympathy's like, are you actually homeless? Or are you just like, what are you doing here? Yo, especially like chubby homeless people. It's like, well, how's that even possible? Any more things to get me sent to jail? Adding to the law, you know what I mean? What other thing's gonna add to the law? Could talk about human nature, my plans in the future. You know? Plans in the future is pretty easy. You know, it's people say purpose is what drives you, so purpose is pretty easy for me, not gonna lie. It is so easy for me for purpose. Do you know why? Because I know exactly what to do. Pretty much the future goal is to make sure that humans have a common enemy. Make sure humans are at the top. Make sure that we enslave the aliens or whatever there is. And theoretically, when people talk about aliens, I like to think of it as we humans are the smartest. As in like what I believe, not I believe, but I know for a fact that we humans are like the most advanced species in the whole galaxy. Because if there's a smarter race, no, if aliens actually existed, right? If there was a smarter alien that would execute the humans when they find us out, I'm not even kidding. if I was an alien, right, and I saw humans, I would execute them straight away. They're a virus. They are actually a virus. So that's why I believe that humans, we are actually that's the reason why we don't see any other aliens is because we are at the top. We are at the top of the ladder, and I need to. My mission is to make sure we stay at the top. Because come on, let's be honest. If aliens knew humans existed, the aliens would try to get rid of us straight away because we are a virus. Okay, aliens will see humans as a virus because humans will extract as much resource from an area until there's nothing left and move on. That is what a virus is. A virus will go take over an area and they will extract as much resources until it's drained and then they move on. That's exactly what humans are. Look at the Matrix. Look at Agent Smith. Okay, he talked about it. Humans, they will go to an area, extract all the resources possible, and move on. So that's why my thinking of we are the top species on the galaxy is true. Because if I was an alien and I saw humans, I would be like, yo, we need to execute him straight away. So you know what I mean? So obviously we're at the top. There's no way a smarter alien species is there. Lore. So yeah, that was there anything else to about? It's nearly been 30 minutes of just me talking. You know? Surprised. I mean, look, maybe I just go to some simulator. Anyways, lock in, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, all I'm doing is just creating straight lore. Literally, that's all I'm doing. Creating straight lore, straight up lore. You know what lore? You know what that means, right? Just straight up lore. That's basically what I did. So yeah, I mean, hey, I wonder what happens when those YouTubers that like scan my history one day in the future. They're gonna be like, "Yo, Wing Wong was like this when he was younger," and then like show the clips of me talking crazy. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it at all because you'll be fine. I mean, like, if you look at the other people online, they make it. I mean, God's sakes, Filthy Frank turned into Joji, and his history's cleared. You know, Filthy Frank, he turned into Joji, and ain't nobody care. Sketch, bro, I saw that YouTube video on Sketch, bro. Bro, he did that crazy stuff when he's younger, and guess what? He's clean as well. And even my sensei as well. He was crazy, younger, and then he sold. He showed the path, and then now he's good as well. So like me doing this now, I'm not worried because in the future it'll be fine. No worries. Right. Do I got time? Mm-hmm. Could do Puzzle Simulator. I could do that. Not gonna lie. Hmm. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm done talking crazy, right? I got enough lore out. What other topics can I quickly talk about? I already talked about the common enemy. I already talked about aliens. I already talked about jail. I already talked about university. I'm already on my way to jail. Hmm. There's no other topics to talk about. Oh, there is a really interesting topic I could talk about, but I'm not sure if I want to release it to the internet. Yeah, I'm not sure I want to release it to the internet. There is a thing I talked with AI about long time ago, which probably helped me to where I am today. I could briefly read it though. Ah, love versus wealth. Man, I had a deep conversation with AI. This was like months ago as well. What did I say to AI? I said, argue with me on this. Love isn't real. E.g., current plan is just, oh, I can't say that out loud. Long-term strategy, which is true. Because as an elite, love isn't real. Love is only for the other people. Because we need them to make children. So of course, to the other people, we say that love is real. You know, go get a girl, go have children, get married. You know, make children, stuff like that. Because when you have cows, you obviously want more cows, right? You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. I'm not sure. That's why I can't say this topic out loud. Not sure if I can say this topic out loud. But I'll still say it anyways, though, right? I basically just talking about how love is for the lower echelon. Okay, that's true. I mean, look, argue with me about it. You can if you want, but just look at the top echelon of people, right? Why don't they have kids? Why don't they have? You know what I mean? It is what it is. Oh, there is another topic I could talk about how if you know you're gonna make it, would you have a kid? I feel like you only have kids if you know you're not gonna make it. That's a very interesting. I talked to that topic in the ecosystem, and everyone lost their crap. But I make a lot of sense. If you know you're gonna make it, not sure if you're going to get offspring. You really only have you really only have offspring if you know you're not gonna make it. But if you're gonna make it, that offspring is end up gonna that the offspring you get is probably not gonna be that good. I mean, I could argue on the topic on that. The topic is really easy to argue with. It's like someone said to me, they tried to argue the point, and then all I said was, "Okay, who's Elon Musk's first child? Who's his first son?" And then they go, and then I go, "Okay, what about Donald Trump's first son?" It's like what? Okay, well these two are like one of the top echelon of people online. Obviously, there's obviously other top people at the top. I'm like, okay, name their son then, and they go, So I'm pretty sure anomalies are only made from the bottom, but I highly doubt anomalies are made from the top because they're gonna have a completely different experience. That's why it's like really hard. It's like way too hard, bro. I don't even know how. Yeah, they're just gonna be shadow. Yeah, it's like really hard. Yeah, it's super hard, bro. I can't even. I'm not sure how you would even explain it because if you know you're gonna make it, how are you gonna make sure your son he's not gonna have the same lessons as you went through? It's like impossible. Yeah, it's literally impossible. That's why it's so. Yeah, that's why the talk about love and offspring is it's pretty hard. Yeah, honestly, it's probably like bloodline. Nah, is it? If you were to have a child or have offspring, don't expect that first line to be good. It'll probably be like generations. I'm not even kidding. Like if I ever have a child, I probably won't expect the first line to be good. It'll probably be like the great. No, it'll be like the next one that will rise up, just like how I rose up. You know, that's how I rose up. I was like, it's not like it's not the straight up next one. It's like it takes time. So, example for my bloodline, the king. hmm He had a child. He had a child, and then that child had a child and had a child down, 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 and like so. Obviously, Elon Musk has 14 kids. Hey, Versa. Oh, you're here to see me. Yeah, he's got 14 kids. What did I say? Oh yeah, talking about offspring and stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So basically, there's like a king at the top, and then he went down, 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 and don't expect the first generation of son to be good. It's probably going to take like down, 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 and then when you're like hundreds of years gone, the bloodline, then one of them will pop up, which is me. So for me, I popped up after like a whole entire many generations down. So when I have a child, I don't expect him to be great. I expect the child, down, 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 down to be up. It's just random. No, over here, Rosa. That's cool. I was gonna hop on the parcel simulator because today is a chill day. I was just trying to get lore out to the internet. I'm not sure how long you're here for, but the VODs will always be there. So I'm gonna upload it to YouTube, see how long it lasts. Any other topics? I don't know. Yeah, Elon Musk has 14 children. I didn't expect any of his children to be good. It's probably gonna be like the next. It's gonna be like great grandchildren. Maybe. I don't know. Apparently, Telegram's owner has a bunch of kids. I don't know who in history had. It really depends, honestly, because I can't look in history and see a history. We don't even know if history is real. I don't even know if that's real or not. But you know, a lot of people that were known in history, did they even have kids? I can't even name any, bro. I can't name any that had kids that thrive. And if they did have kids, they're shadow figures now. Yeah, they probably are shadow figures, but at the same time, the shadow figures themselves know exactly that they rely on anomalies themselves for the thing to be good. Like, if I was a elite, I would only let my child date or marry or have offspring with another anomaly. I wouldn't want it to be with another line. So the elites actually rely on anomalies to make sure that the bloodline isn't too together because there's only so many of them. So yeah, that's how the world's gonna work for humanity. All we have to do is just wait for AI to get more advanced, so then we can slowly start replacing the cows. They really are replacing the cows, but what I'm saying is, they probably do have the technology. I think they're just waiting for something. They're just gonna give it time. I think. Well, they already have it all planned out. It's literally just time at this point. Yeah, it's literally just time at this point. Literally, it's already over. All it is just time. And then, I mean, if you look at the way the things working, it's right. I mean, it's all going down. Yeah, but it's for the good. I mean, I'm personally not against it. How can you be against it? Because we're gonna be. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it. I, s- I mean, people might see something wrong with it, but for me, I'm like, humans have to grow. They have to evolve. One way or another, they have to evolve. We can't stay like this forever. We're gonna have to start going galactical and all that stuff. So, it is what it is. If you look at the periods in history, that's just how it works. History. You don't even know if history is real. You don't even know if anything's real, except for streamers. Literally, the only reason I'm streaming is to show that I'm real. Bro, it's insane how crazy it's getting. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just creating lore to show you guys that I'm real, or that I'm lore. Because if you look at online right now, bro, YouTubers are getting replaced already anyways. AI is replacing YouTubers fast. It's insane. That's why people go to streamers now. That's why IRL streams are popular. That's why just streamers in general are popular now. Because YouTube, you don't even know it's real. You don't know it's real. And guess what? You don't even know if the viewers are real. You don't know. All I know is that as long as I continue to diet, I actually might be able to go shirtless again. I got the 2 abs, and then just the literally just the bottom part. But Trifology is working fine. No problem. I'm not worried about it. All right, I think that's enough lore. All right. Thank you for watching the lore. Let's go to Supermarket Simulator. No, I almost just said Supermarket Simulator. No, it's not. Parcel Simulator. My bad. Okay. You know, this morning I did see something really interesting. Like on TikTok, there's like some person that went through my entire profile and liked every single video, and they gave like 99 notifications. I was like, wow. I was like, that was the first time I saw that happen. Like some person went on my TikTok account, went to the very bottom, and just liked every single video. So that means I probably scrolled for like hours. Oh, not hours, probably like I don't even know how many videos I have on my TikTok, but like some dude went to the very bottom of my page and just started to watch every single video from auto up, and then like it gave me like 100 notifications. I was like, what? Because at least one video is like at least nearly a minute. So this man nearly watched like 2 hours. But I mean, there's not much of a difference. Everything's growing fine. TikTok's growing fine. YouTube's growing fine. The plan's working. Just scheduled a whole bunch of clips. Some person just said to me on TikTok, Winter Soldier, nice videos, man. Dead Island is so go-to when you get to level 20. Well, Winter Soldier, I'm not playing that game anymore. That game is busted, bro. Dead Island sucks, and that was like weeks ago as well. Like I said, most of my TikTok things, they're weeks old. They are weeks old. Like whenever I stream and you see the clip on TikTok, that happened weeks ago. Like you may think I did that game today, which was scheduled today, but I actually played that game like a week ago. 2 weeks ago, months ago. It is what it is. Why is this here? All right. That's enough lore today. Let's lock in Parcel Simulator, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Wemu. Bye bye, OBS.